Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this very special figure showcase unboxing and review, we're going to be looking at the 1992 Japanese exclusive Versus pack. This is TF06, which is Spin Road versus Dark Jet, which is of course different names to what we are used to in the rest of the world. So with this video, I'm going to unbox it. Now this is near enough unused content, so I'm not going to be taking them out and transforming them. I'm going to be showing you them with the other versions of them that I've got loose in their alternate mode, so you can see that there. We're going to be looking at what's inside the packaging, all the paperwork and everything that comes with them, and of course I'll show you very quickly just how differently they were packaged in the rest of the world, and the fact of course that they had different names. So basic bit of history on this came out in 1992, the very last year of what we now know of course as Generation 1. It was known as the Operation Combination toy line, a bit like obviously we've got Generations and War for Cybertron, Siege, Earthrise, etc. This was just known as Operation Combination, and in there you can see most of the toys that were released at that time. We can see there we've got some actual product images of, he was known as Flash in the rest of the world, but as I say, he is now known as Spin Road, and Dark Jet, which is of course Skydive. On the back again we've got some beautiful product images. We've got some borderline comic book language there of them firing their weapons at each other. On this side, same again, we've got a lovely Versus on that there. And then on the underside, what have we got? Oh, we've got some tech specs and some readouts as well. So let's have a look inside the actual packaging as carefully as I can. This is something that I think is really cool, guys. They started to put the robot points on the inside of the packaging of Japanese boxes, so it meant that you didn't have to cut holes in the back of the box. You could just cut up the flap if you wanted to. Now, as I said, the ironic thing with this is Dark Jet is completely unused, and I don't think he's been ever taken out of the packaging, whereas Spin Road definitely has, because they've took the stickers out, and I'm going to show you that in a second. And they even took the missiles off the sprue. So this is how 90%, in fact a lot higher than that, probably 95% of Japanese figures came packaged in polystyrene. The only one I can think of off the top of my head is, funnily enough, the Dino King gift set, which had a bit of a plastic. The rest, even the Generation 1 boxed figures, again you can see videos of this on this channel, came in polystyrene inserts, which is obviously a much safer and better way to protect them. And even though all of the boxes had windows, they came with this extra window over the front as well, which I'm going to very carefully just lift up. And as I say, I'm going to take out Flash as he's known. I'm not going to take it, I might take it out, but it doesn't look like this has been taken out at all. Can it come out quite easy? Yes it can. Okay, so I'm going to take it out. The guns are there. All of the Predator, which is the jet missiles, are on the sprue, so that's completely unused, whereas the car isn't. So let's have a look, before we have a quick look at this, at some of the paraphernalia that came with it. So the instructions are these. They are super simple, and again, I suppose, to be honest, I've got reviews of Flash and the Turbo Masters and the Predators in separate videos on this channel, and then we've got this. I've also got this in more detail on the channel as well. This is exactly that, it's the toy catalogue for this line of figures which I mentioned. So we've got 6 train, or is it 6 line? I always get them two mixed up. 6 builder, 6 wing, 6 turbo, and then if we spin it around to the back, this is all bar one product, the entire toy line for 1992 in Japan. So there's the Versus sets, which again are Turbo Masters and Predators in the rest of the world. These, I believe, were reissued, I think it was the site around in the early 2000s, but they obviously came out originally in Japan before that. This is Guard City, who is, again, I've got a video on him, who's a Defensor repaint, and the only one that's missing from this is Battle Gaia, which funnily enough is literally just sort of here. So that's the only one, which has got his own video as well, another Japanese repaint from 1992, which for some reason isn't on that flyer. Right, so let's have a quick look at this. So as I say, there is Skydives or Dark Jet stickers, completely unused, and there is Spin Road. So let's move these out of the way And I love these. These are brilliant. The colour schemes on these are insane. So what we've got here, let's have a look at Flash, or Spin Road as he is known first and foremost. We've got some crazy colour schemes on here. This is obviously mint. It's pretty much, I don't think it's ever been played with. They've put the stickers on it, but it doesn't look like they've played with it at all. The accessory is this one here. Now these had a lot of venom, and I think this is the reason, don't quote me, but it seems to be one of the general consensuses. Is this one going to fire? Probably not. Oh, it did. Why these perhaps weren't released in the US? Because the mechanism, the spring loading mechanism, is incredibly strong. Now this fits obviously in the hand of the robot, and it also fits in the back of the vehicle, and it can move up and down as well. And of course, as you've seen, it came with 3 missiles on the sprue. Now, one of the coolest things about these figures, I don't know if it's where they were invented, but it's definitely where the first time I ever saw them is where light piping came into figures. And as you'll see here, there is the light piping on Flash's head. As I say, it's been quite common since in some figures. And there is Skydive, or Dark Jets, shall we say, looking amazing. I love that little gimmick. It is brilliant. So yeah, ironically enough, he was called Skydive. Let's move on to him. And as I say, I've got one here. I've got Flash as well, but I'm not going to show you both. He's in his own video. So they were of course packaged in blisters on cards like this, like I suppose some new figures are now as well, funnily enough. But again, different names completely. Oh, nearly knocked everything over. And again, they came with these little missiles, and funnily enough, this is gold plastic, so I'm really sorry. In fact, I'll take it out to show you it, but absolutely no way am I going to fire this, because the spring inside is, what you would do is you press this in there and it would release it. But because this is gold plastic, I've heard, and so, well, in fact, I've seen horror stories, but you've never seen, or I haven't managed to video it yet. I've got a few things breaking with gold plastic, but not one of these. I did it all off camera. You'd put the missile in there and it would just literally shatter. Now, the best thing about these figures is they've got this amazing mega visor gimmick, which folds down, and you can't really make it out. In fact, you can. That's Boss. You can see Boss there, and you'd be able to see that on the mega visor on Skyquake, or indeed on Stalker. But once again, super basic, great color scheme, just look amazing, to be honest. I don't really think there's too much to say about it. I'm probably going to do another video on Skydive, and again add the extra transformation process videos up. But I just wanted to, I suppose, share this beautiful box set with you guys, and just show you the entire contents in it. So let me know what you think of it in the comments, guys. Take care.